Welcome back to another episode of Karima's Show and Tell. This is season 5, episode 85. We call this California Reopening. Where do we go from here? So, anybody who doesn't know about the show, basically Karima's Show and Tell is where we talk about poetry, politics, ratchetness, relationships, trending topics, the realities of LA. I'm your host, Karima J. Spear. I'm a poet, writer, director, content creator. If you like what we're doing here, hit the thumbs up, subscribe, share, right? Hey, donate if you can, okay? That'd be a blessing to us, definitely to keep the lights on. On today's show, we have Mr. Anthony Gonzalez. I think that he's across from me.
Jesus in love.
Okay, and we have underneath us Chico Jones doing it for the ladies right there. I see him, and also we have Chocolate Chuck.
There's only one lady that I'm doing it for.
He don't want to catch the beat down. I understand. And then you got Charles, aka Chocolate Chuck. He's coming back once he jumps back in. Anyway, on today's show, again, 2 topics we're gonna talk about. 2 topics. First topic: California reopening. What do we go from here? And topic 2: my almost died stories. What I've noticed is that a lot of people have almost died stories. Everybody has an almost died story, and it's some of the ridiculous. It has such a ridiculous beginning, but then you get that I almost died part of the story, and which is highly entertaining for some crazy reason. But anyway, we're gonna start the show off with okay. We're gonna start the show off. I wanted to let everybody know that I tuned into Cal OSHA. That's CAL OSHA, OSHA, and they are the people. What it stands for, let me help you out. What it stands for is Occupational Safety and Health Standards. It's the organization that
I'm OSHA qualified.
OSHA, okay.
Yeah.
Charles Mayback, okay.
I like to go to the ocean.
Back.
No, it's OSHA.
OSHA.
I like to go to the ocean.
I like going to the ocean too. You don't like going. Never mind.
Well, Cal OSHA is basically the workplace regulators that basically what they voted on today. That's why I really wanted to talk about this. So they voted on basically they voted today if can a fully vaccinated worker have to still wear a mask. They voted on that. Also, they voted on the social distancing of that, I think 6 feet or so. And then they also voting on those who are not vaccinated. Do they wear masks? So they voted today, and with their result, their ruling will basically affect you in California. Okay, so I just wanted to go around. We're gonna start with Anthony, right? We're gonna start with Anthony. So what do you think about California reopening? Where do we go from here?
Have patience.
Okay.
And I'm not saying have patience with the numbers or whatever, because various states that have been reopened, whether it's Democratic or Republican states, to full capacity, or there's been venues with full capacity, the numbers haven't shown the drastic increase that people assume that it would from reopening. California was early to the party and shutting down, and they're late to the party and reopening.
Yeah,
of course, which is understandably, because we have probably 10 times the amount of people in populations yeah, we have a larger population, and especially in more condensed areas like LA. So, regardless of whatever you believe, have patience. Companies are going to still be trying to work this out. Individual businesses are still going to try and work this out. The state's going to have their own mandates. I believe the mandates that I read were you're still required to wear a mask in federal buildings, hospital settings, prisons, and I think 2 other things. But there's still places that they're going to require a mask regardless. But have patience with the people around you, have patience with the workers. And this is what I was saying when we implemented the mask policy. Like, not everyone knows what's going on. They're just being told what to do from someone higher up.
Yeah.
So don't get mad at the messenger. Don't get mad at the messenger. They're just trying to do their job. They're trying not to get fired. People are trying to live their lives. But the biggest thing that I could tell people right now is no matter what the situation is have patience with one another. Yeah. We realize that during this whole time that we've been in isolation and lockdown, that we need to be kinder to another. And it seems like people have just felt more entitled coming out of the lockdown. Sure. You know, people are more entitled, like, oh, I need to do this, I need to do that. Well, you need to see me first. Like, so as long as people have patience, you know, I think it'll be fine. Yeah. But I think there'll be chaos as opposed to chaos and anarchy with the people, as opposed to an influx of hospitalization and things like that.
How about you, Charles? What's your thoughts on California reopening?
Well, here's the thing. We're reopening, you know, like I told people earlier, I said, COVID is still here. You know, it's just the restrictions are gone. So, you know, some people may take that as, oh, hell, we can go buck wild and just, you know, say, nah, it's still, even if you vaccinated, man, it's not 100%. It's 95%. You know, it's 94%. Hell, the Johnson Johnson's what, 86%. So you could still get sick, you know. So I was at the gym the other day and, you know, I had my mask on and I saw some people without and I was like, okay. So I kind of let mine down a little bit and was doing my thing. I was all right, well, that's cool. And I just kind of realized that, man, we don't know who's vaccinated and who's not. So you got to expect people who aren't vaccinated to feel free to be walking around without their mask on, you know, because we can't check them. Like, hey, man, show us your papers. None of that shit's going to go down. It's just, I hope, man, that we won't get another surge or another, you know, wave hit. You know, that's my main concern, man. Because remember we opened up last year because they thought it was gonna be okay, and we got hit with a huge surge, man. So you know, with this new variant that they say is, I think they said it's 88% or 66% more transmissible.
Yes.
Is that the Delta one?
Yeah. And I'm like, shit, you know. And they said somebody, I think they said the Pfizer vaccine is 60% effective against it, and that's still high, but you're still like, damn, that's still low. If I'm walking around with 60%, you know, susceptibility or something, I'm like, I don't know, man, that's gonna be strong enough. Yeah. So I just don't know. I hope we didn't open up too early, man. I think Newsom felt the pressure from this recall to open up stuff and you know, and kind of go a little faster. I don't know if he's got rid of his emergency powers yet. I don't think he has. Huh?
He got caught at his party. That's why.
Right. Stuff. Him hanging out up in Napa Valley, Napa and shit. You know. So I don't know, man. What to expect? I don't know. Dodger Stadium was crowded as hell yesterday, man. I'm looking at it, I'm like, wow, these dudes are really hanging out. And I saw like maybe 5 people in the shot that had their mask on. I think you're gonna see a lot more of that. Just more people still just kind of wearing their masks just to be safe. Yeah. My biggest thing, I just hope there's no resurgence of this shit, man. It's looking good so far, but you know, I don't know. This shit's a virus. Don't give a fuck.
It does. You know? It doesn't. So how about you, Chico?
I'm really happy that everything's opening up. I started to feel really isolated from just contact with people. Mm-hmm. You know, I started to forget that I'm a quote unquote social butterfly. That's the thing. But I'm happy that things are starting to open up so people can start interacting with others. But as far as the masks, wear your masks. Mm-hmm. I mean, like, it's inconvenient, but it makes everybody feel safer.
Right.
If you are vaccinated, that's cool. I don't care. Just wear your mask. Cool.
See, the only counter to that is that it's kind of like, if we're gonna be wearing a mask, we're gonna do it for a reason. We're gonna do it to protect. Mm-hmm. But if I'm just doing it to make someone feel good,
that's not good enough. That's not how people.
It's not my responsibility to make a stranger feel better. Will I walk into a store and if I see the workers wearing a mask, I'll put on my mask out of respect? Like, okay, I guess they still kind of have to do it. Yeah, of course. But just walking down the street, and I'm not saying you're doing this either. You know, I know. I'm not saying you're doing this,
if
but
you're
like
outside, don't worry about your mask.
but yeah, I mean,
literally walking past people. I don't care about that. But if you're like in close contact with somebody, you know, I don't know whether they've been vaccinated. They don't know whether I've been vaccinated. I feel like if somebody asking you, "Hey, are you vaccinated?" That's a personal question.
Oh yeah, well, it's a HIPAA violation too for workers.
So, yeah, and so it's just like, I don't want to be asked that, and I'm not going to ask that of somebody else. So let's just meet in the middle. Like, okay, for this brief time, I'm going to talk to you with the cover. Maybe, you know, I would be okay with maybe not having a mask. Maybe not having a mask, but maybe having face shields. I would be okay with the face shield mandate because you're covering your face. It's not mask worthy. What the fuck? Fucking bugs are everywhere. It's crazy. So
like I said, it just boils down to like patience with each other. You know, if someone's not wearing a mask, there's no reason for someone to attack someone. But if someone is wearing a mask, there's no reason to talk shit to them either.
Now, if you have a mask on and I don't, cool. If I have a mask on, you don't, cool. Don't flip out.
Yeah, there's nothing to flip out about.
It's okay.
I got a question.
I'm gonna respect you.
I'll ask a motherfucker if he's vaccinated.
Shit.
So
if someone coming around me, I'll say, man, you vaccinated or not? You know, and I can only go on their honesty. You know, yeah, I got one dose or whatever. You know,
let's talk about.
You gotta know that at this time in your life, you gotta know that shit because you want to bring it to anybody else.
Mm-hmm.
Let's talk about that for a second. So basically, they're saying that it's an honor system. So if you're vaccinated, you can take your mask off. Do you believe in this honor system, or is it more like, you know, the Walking Dead, where, you know, you can't really believe because somebody got bit and they could be the next one. So, well, do you believe in it?
I believe in humanity. I believe in positive vibes. I want to put the best foot forward for everyone. So I'm gonna believe and think, okay, you know, you've been vaccinated, so you're not wearing your mask, and that's gonna make me feel. My belief is gonna make me feel comfortable.
Okay.
But regardless, if you are not, I'm still gonna be masked up.
Okay.
I like everything opening up. I like all the interaction happening. But regardless, I don't know if you have been. I don't know if you will be. I don't know if you're lying to me. I'm gonna keep myself safe because these variants are out here, and I'm just gonna keep a mask on. It doesn't hurt anybody. Now, mind you, this whole COVID season, I haven't been sick. All the little hand sanitizer, the mask.
Right.
I haven't been sick. Now, mind you, I haven't been around a lot of kids, what I normally do, but I haven't been sick regardless. So I like this. Staying healthy is great. And then if you think about it, Japan, you know, they were wearing masks long before COVID hit. You know, they wear masks if they don't feel well. They wear masks if they feel like, okay, I'm not looking the greatest today, so I'm gonna put on.
They had SARS too, so
they got a lot of bird flu and all that stuff.
So I'm a fan of masks. Whether COVID is big or not, I'm a fan of masks. Masks are cool. You can customize them. Some people bedazzle them. Wear your mask.
Okay. You bedazzled yours, dog? Let's see yours. You bedazzled one.
Nah, it's straight black. Straight black, just like my heart. Straight black, just like straight black.
So Charles, how about you? Honor system? Do you believe in this honor system? Or
no, everyone's gonna lie. I mean, pretty much. I mean, people lie. When I say people just lie. So you know, you got the people, the anti-vaxxers. They're gonna lie. They're gonna say, oh well, or they're gonna be like, look, man, it's in your business. So you don't just know. I mean, you're just never gonna know unless, again, people start showing their card to somebody, you know, something like that. So. But that's the thing. As a matter of fact, it was funny because the other night the Foo Fighters had a concert out in Canyon Country, and they were protesting. Some people were protesting because it was only for the vaccinated. So and then there were the people who were the anti-vaxxers, the people who didn't get vaccination. And this one lady held up a sign talking about it was like segregation with black people and white people, and she compared to that shit. And I'm like, this white privilege shit has gone out of the fucking off the rails. And I was like, really? You're comparing the fact that you can't get into a fucking concert to segregation in the fucking 50s and shit? Really? Are you serious? That's where we're at right now, man, with this bullshit. So that's why I said the honor system is cool, but if it's an honorable person that's gonna give you their real answer. So.
And
Well,
what's your answer?
I'll tell you what, if I was vaccinated or not, I'm still not going to give you that information. I'm not going to give it to anyone because it's no one's fucking business. But in regards to that, it's not like I'm going to let a motherfucker cough in my face either.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like if I could tell someone's not sick, I'm going to keep my distance from them. I'm going to do everything to live my life as healthy as possible. And that's what I try to do. But this whole honor system thing, I really don't care because I don't trust nobody anyway. So I'm never gonna ask anyone to. If it's something that I wouldn't share, I'm not gonna ask anyone to share it either. I'm gonna just hope one thing. Like if you're not feeling well, keep your distance. You know, if I'm not feeling well, I'm gonna cancel on you. Like that's how it is. Like that's out of respect. But I don't really care about the honor system. I think, but I wouldn't want some sort of situation where, oh, you got to show your vaccine passport, quote unquote. You know what I mean? Like I wouldn't want nothing like that either. You know what I mean? For the side that's fighting for the most freedoms, like, you know, give freedom to everybody, give rights to everybody, and you know, like that side that preaches that, right? Oh, you know, it's trying to take away your rights by just limiting you to what you can do by this little card, you know?
I don't think a card should be made. Like,
the cards are made, but
for
it's
people
just
to say
requiring
I'm
them.
vaccinated and stuff like that, because you need cards like that when you're going to school. Cool. But to have to carry around a card saying I'm vaccinated.
Well, yeah, but that's what they're trying to do, because even those people are like, well, but it's not even where we're at though, because it's not where we're gonna be. I can guarantee that, because there's a lot of people that would just say, you know.
There's already there's gonna be an app where you download to show that you've been vaccinated. This dude's already come out with it. Trust me, there's gonna be more than one app that's gonna show whether you're vaccinated.
I'm sure there is.
Hack that app and be like, oh yeah, I'm vaccinated, but they never been vaccinated.
Yeah,
probably
so it doesn't really matter. But this whole like requirement, I think, you know, to get back on topic though, it just boils down to like we gotta have patience with each other, understand that it's a new time, and
not everybody agrees with it.
And the biggest thing is like we already know that California fucked up in the beginning. Many states fucked up. I'm only speaking on California based off of what I see. There's so many businesses, so many people that lost their jobs, so many incentives for people to not go back to work. You know what I mean? So like California fucked up big time based off of me being in California. I'm not saying other states didn't, you know, whatever. But based off me being in California fucked up big time in the handling and the economy of this state. So it's okay that they fucked up. They were put in a situation that they didn't know.
They'd never been in.
They'd never been in. But when they found out something wasn't working, the problem that the state did was they didn't readdress that till it was too late. They didn't say, oh, you know, like, oh, yeah, we wanted to give that a try, but it's not working. Here, let's kind of switch lanes and go this way. And, you know, that's what I think that we need to understand right now as the reopening. Hey, we're trying to reopen. You know, this seems, let's dial it back on this a little bit. Let's push forward on this. This seems to be okay. These things kind of, let's dial it back. You know, let's have that open mindset to discussion of things that are working and things that aren't.
But people are slow. People are honestly slow. Like even, I mean, my job, like people trying to get a real ID. We talking to people still like, is it too late? I'm like, dude, it started 4 years ago. You just right now it's too late. Like it literally, you can give information, but because it's like driving a bus. You can't just turn that quick corner real fast. There's too many people who are not paying attention, right? That's not sitting down. Don't have a seatbelt on. That's just like, okay. So it's like, I mean, I feel y'all. I feel you. I wanted to add this piece of information to our conversation. So far today, for the people out there, 56% of Californians have received one dosage at least. Okay. Also, currently, so if you go to a indoor venue under 5,000 people, and or all let's say, yeah, if you go to an indoor venue under 5,000 people and an outdoor venue more than 10,000 people, you must be vaccinated, right? Or you must have a card, or you must have a negative COVID test in the last 72 hours. Do you think that's fair?
Well, I think what you're saying is false because Dodger Stadium had 50,000 fans and there's no vaccine requirement. And that's over 10,000.
Yeah, they don't care.
It was
they just open this bitch up. They don't care for anything right now.
Yeah, and I don't think that's that makes any sense either. You know, I've never believed in the 72-hour test rule or whatever. Like even LAUSD adopted it where you got to get a test the week prior so that you can teach the following week. That makes no sense. And the
Contact
test,
everybody. Like
yeah, the test makes no sense when it comes to something that's forward dated, in my opinion, because it's kind of like I can go get a test and then go to work and be in contact with people or go to the grocery store and get it.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know, so I don't think that makes any sense. It's just they don't want to lose. These people that are doing the testing has created such a high market for themselves that they don't want to lose that money. It's all about money.
Absolutely.
It's all about money. They just don't want to lose that income.
Right. Because I'm like, if you think about it, the testing created jobs in ways.
It did.
You know, because there's so many facilities that do the testing, so many facilities, and it's quote unquote free, but it's not free because somebody's paying for it.
And the insurances that people are putting out are paying top dollar. They did a thing, and I guess covered California
are actually paying their way because insurance is always get out some way, you know.
But covered California was paying like I think it was $370 a test.
Wow.
So you know these people are making fucking bank, and it's all about their bottom dollar. It's not about whether the tests are going to make anyone feel safer, because anyone with some logic, like I said, will say, "Oh, you took a test 3 days ago. Well, what have you been doing the last 2 days?"
I've been
You know what I mean? Like,
with people got a negative test.
How about you, Charles? What's your thoughts on that?
On what exactly?
Basically, the indoor venues only having 5,000 people, and the outdoor venues only 10,000. This is a rule. I'm just reading what the current rule is.
Man, nobody's following that shit, man. My gym, I started going back to my gym about a little over a month and a half ago, and it's supposed to be like 50% capacity, 25%. Them kids at the front desk ain't doing the math. They're like, we're at 22%. We gotta let one more person. They were letting people in, well, because no one's checking for that shit. And again, like everybody's saying, it's the bottom dollar. They need to reopen this California for the money and the economy. They're not gonna give a shit. So if they can make money off both sides, off opening and people getting sick, it's a win-win for them. Absolutely. So no one's gonna follow all that rule, man, because it just is
like if you think about it, healthcare always makes money. Whether it's a pandemic, whether it's not a pandemic, healthcare is always gonna be in business. People are worried about their health, concerned about their health, trying to figure out not to die. Healthcare is always going to be around.
Yeah.
Always. So it's booming. Both, as Charles said, both sides.
Both sides winning, man.
Yeah, as long as people are doing what they need to do as individuals to stay safe, stay healthy. I mean, I ain't even gonna say stay safe anymore, but to stay healthy. You know, hopefully it was a wake-up call for a lot of people that didn't live a healthy lifestyle.
I don't think it was. I don't think it was.
I don't think it was either. I'm saying hopefully. You know what I mean? Like
during the pandemic, everybody was home and we all got bigger. Well, except me. I lost weight somehow. It's weird. But everybody got bigger, you know? So it wasn't healthy. It wasn't, because people don't really know how to fix a healthy meal on a regular basis.
Right.
And because of that, we try to support the economy by going out. So sometimes when we go out, those aren't always healthy foods.
They never healthy.
Yeah.
So, the bicycle industry picked up.
The which? Oh, bicycle.
Yeah. It was hard to find a bike, man.
Yeah, it was.
Absolutely. So, you know, it's healthy? Not at all. I think people are going to try and be more healthier.
Conscious, yeah.
because now that we're out and about and everybody has all this weight, they're gonna think about it like, oh, I need to, cut some of this off. But I don't think so. I think these venues trying to ask for cards and stuff I think that's dumb.
Yeah, right.
If you want to go to a venue, wear a mask and go.
Yeah.
Mask up and just do whatever the fuck you want.
Or if you're selecting to go to that venue and that venue's, requiring it, then you just don't go. You know what I mean? Like, don't get mad at the venue for that's their policy. Like,
exactly.
I think that's where it comes down to patience. You know what I mean? Like you get.
Did you say that before? Did you say that before? You haven't said that. That was the first time you said that, wasn't it? Patience.
Patience.
No, you said it earlier.
Hey, that's what it all boils down to, man. You got to be patient with each other. You got to be nice.
You got to be nice.
Dave Chappelle said it best. Like, what was that? His culture of kindness or something like that.
Yeah.
He just wants to do one kind thing.
Right.
You never know. You
never know. It's what is it? Doing the right thing, not doing the right thing. Where you do something for somebody and they pass it on. What do you call that?
Pay it forward.
Yeah. Pay it forward.
Pay it forward. Pay it forward. If we consistently paid it forward, life would be a lot less stressful. And it's always a blessing to somebody. And then when they think about it, it's like, oh shit, I think I will do this.
Yeah, I did that with a couple of customers. They're like, hey, hooked you up. You got to pay it forward. And you ain't got to give me nothing. Just make sure you help the next person.
Nice.
Hopefully that'll help. But we're coming down to the end of topic 1. Anybody want to say something before we go to the topic 2?
Mask up.
Patience.
Go.
Mask up with patience.
I don't know about that honor system. That's what I'm saying. I don't know about that honor system.
Yeah, no.
It makes me think.
I'm gonna believe the best in people, just because But I'm still gonna protect myself by masking up.
Yeah, I plan on wearing a mask to the end of the year, even though it's not mandatory no more. That's just for my own personal comfort.
Absolutely.
So, let me go into the second topic. So, welcome to Karima Show and Tell, y'all. Thank y'all for coming out. We on to topic 1 was California opening, California reopening. What do we do now? Now we're going into topic 2. Topic 2, almost died moments. Okay, I find these moments funny because the thing is they're kind of like unexpected, right? Because you start your day off with eggs and bacon, and the next thing you know is like, oh my God, you see the life flash before you. So we're going to start and we go into that topic. So Charles smiling too hard. So go ahead, Charles. What's your almost died moment? Are you there?
Damn, he froze. He smiled too hard and then he froze.
Okay, I thought.
All right, hold on. My thing is slowing. Hold on.
Okay,
what's up with your internet?
We'll be jumping to so Chico.
Well, I'm gonna start from my younger years, and I'm gonna build up. I was straight up back. What's happening? What's going on? What happened?
I don't know.
Can you see me?
There you are.
I'm here, man.
I see you moving. All
right, I'm back. Okay.
Yeah, give me one story. Then we can
yeah. All right. Well, one story I remember growing up, man. I was maybe about 10, maybe 9, maybe younger than that. And I had a buddy that lived up in Los Feliz. His family was real rich, had one of those big ass homes. And I don't know if you guys are familiar with Los Feliz, but in those little gated areas, there's all these hills and stuff, paved hills. So we used to ride our, big wheels and shit. I had a green machine that, my buddy had a big wheel, so we would always trade off. We'd be going down these things. Now, mind you, cars are coming up, but that wasn't really that well traveled because it was a kind of a gated community. So we're flying, man, and this big ass truck coming up, man, and at the last minute, we both got to turn and fall off the bike. My buddy rolls under the truck. Nothing happens to him, and the truck runs right past my leg. And we're like, oh shit, so that was the last time we rode that shit. We was like, all right, we're gonna really just ride the regular sidewalk now, not the street. So Yeah, that was I almost died at 10.
I ain't bring my drink. I got a drink, but
Um,
I'm doing water right now today. So how about you, Chico? You got an almost died moment?
I got a couple, and when Chuck told that story, that reminds me of when my brother and I were riding our scooters.
Uh-huh.
So this is not an almost die moment for me, but more so him. But I saw it. I felt his pain. We lived on a hill, and on scooters, love to go down fast. Love to go down fast. One time I've seen him take a little tumble, but it wasn't bad. So we're not scared yet. On this particular day, we're going down. There happens to be some sprinkler is just watering the grass. So the cement is wet.
Mm-hmm.
Now this is at closer to the bottom of the hill. And we're going pretty fast. So fortunately for me, he was ahead. He applies his brakes. Now on wet cement, you don't really like slam on your brakes all the time because they don't always work.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So he slams on his brake, he starts fishtailing, and then I'm in the back going, oh shit, this looks bad. He fishtailed. Next thing you know, he slides, flips over his fucking scooter and like tumbles. And I'm just like, damn, as I'm still trailing behind him. So I'm applying my brakes a little slower. So I saw him take the worst tumble of all. And that has always been ingrained in my mind. So whenever I'm going down the hill, I always look for water.
Mm-hmm.
Well, this was another occasion. On this particular day, I didn't see any water.
Okay.
There was sand.
Oh.
Sand is just as bad.
So I'm going down the hill. Now this time it was just me. I had no precaution to see somebody take a fall.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, I apply my brake, hit straight sand, and I scraped the fuck out of my whole leg. So that was my almost die moment on a scooter. First time I avoided, second time I couldn't avoid. So
so how about you, Anthony? What's your almost die moment?
Almost died moment. All right. That's my sister.
Hi,
What up,
Bree.
sis?
I like my little sister. She cool.
So the almost die moment was I was running a Spartan race. And I used to run these Spartan races competitively. So I used to be always in the first or second heat, usually going out 6:15, 6:30. And I had gone out at, she just smelled my whiskey and she's dying right now. She's like,
Okay.
So I had gone out on this race, and because we're rolling with the elites, it's we're all spaced apart. And I think I was probably in maybe top 15 at the time. I think there's probably 10 people in front of me or something like that, but far enough away to where you can't see them. So I remember I was running alongside the cliff and I hit a rebar with my foot.
Okay.
And it was just sticking out of the mountain. It looked like there had been steps there at some point, but it was just a piece of rebar. It was maybe sticking out about 2-3 inches and it was kind of curved. And I kicked it. And I remember I had tripped down and I caught myself by just grabbing onto a branch. And I felt my foot go down, but I was like, oh, okay, cool. It was probably just a little fall off, but nothing crazy.
Okay.
Then I go and I, continue the race and I finish. And I didn't realize till I was done with the race. And I had told the person behind me, I said, I just yelled hey, careful, there's rebar right there. There's nobody out there on the course,
Mm-hmm.
And on the Spartan races, when you do it, you sign a waiver and it says you may die. That's on the waiver. But you think it's just a mud run, you know what I mean? Like, whatever.
Wow.
I go, and the piece of branch that I caught was the only piece of branch sticking out. Aside from that, it was 100-foot cliff, just straight fall off.
Ooh.
And I didn't get scared until that. Once I saw that, my heart started going like, oh, I could have died right there, or at least severely mangled my body. It literally, I'm looking, I'm like, no. And then they put a cone right there too. Because I had told one of the volunteers, I said, hey, there's a piece of rebar there that I almost tripped on. I said, you might want to just put like a little marker. Because it was overcast at San Diego at 6 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, you can't see nothing.
So it was like, yeah, so they had a cone right there. So I knew exactly what I was looking at. And I was just like, holy fuck. If I didn't catch that one little branch, I would have just made 100-foot drop.
And
not even know. I was that close. So I was like, so that's one of my almost die moments that makes me pay attention to when I go on hikes and things like that now.
Get lost when I go on hikes and forget where I am. I eventually remember and recover, but you know.
I guess my almost die moment. I think this is the biggest almost die moment is I was determined to go hiking. Right, this is about maybe 3 years ago. Right, I was like, yeah, you know, I'm gonna lose my weight. I'm gonna drop this weight. It's gonna be good, and I'm gonna go hiking. I got 15 hiking trails. Yeah, what? Whatever. So I got 15 hiking trails, right? And this is number 14, and I got to finish before the beginning of summer. So I only had like 1 extra week. So there's no way I could be like, nah, I don't want to go on this hike. I'm gonna wait till next week. That means I wouldn't have hit my deadline. And anyway. So I'm going hiking, and I go to this hike called the Beast, right? And I'm walking, right? And people kept like, I kept bumping into people. They was like, you ever been on this hike before? I was like, nah. She said, oh, I said, this is good. It's a good way of going. I've never done it that way, but this is a good way of going. I'm like, okay, cool. So I keep walking. Then I met this Asian couple. And it was like, so you going this way? Where you going? So I'm going up the hill. He said, oh, I've never done it this way, but this is a good way of going. I'm like, what's this craziness? Then the last person, the fifth person, he was like, so white guy, right? He was like, yeah, so you're going up the mountain. I said, yeah. He said, yeah, when you get up there, you can see the whole valley. It's a great hike. This is a very smart way of going, right? And I'm like, okay, I'm feeling encouraged. I'm like, okay, cool. I'm gonna make it up. So the first path is like flat, right? And I noticed something funny about this flatness is that every 5 or 10 feet there was a bench. I'm like, why the hell would they need this many benches? Okay, not knowing this, I go up the hill. The hill is stretched, it was like not steep, but it's a very forest-filled hill. Like there's a whole bunch of trees, so you really can't see everything, but you know you got a nice shade. I get to the top. I'm like, wow, I finally made it here. Let me take a break. So I take a break. Take a little nap, right? The problem with this whole idea is that, for one thing, I went at 12 o'clock. I went at 12 o'clock at noon, and it was 100-degree heat. I didn't plan.
Oh, man.
No, it was horrible. Look, and then when I finally got myself together, I was like, I'm gonna get drink this water. And I looked at my water. I was like, oh, I got like half a thermos left. I'm good. That's all I gotta do is go down the hill. The guy said, you go look at the valley just opens up. Well, what I witnessed when I went to the top of that thing is, really, I counted it, right? I thought it was 6 gigantic, enormous, dinosaur-sized mountains that I had to go across, but really it was 13 of dinosaur-ass mountains and only had a half a thermos left. And I said, okay, cool. I got to hurry up. I don't got that much water left. It's 100.
You got to get a Karate Kid it where you hold it in your mouth.
So
and not swallow it and go so long.
I'm going down the hills and you gotta like squat as you go down. That's how steep it is, right? And I'm thinking, hurry up, get to the tree line. I was so goddamn high, I was above the tree line because trees only grow to a certain extent, and then everything after that is just straight bowl hill. So I'm going down this hill and I'm like getting fatigued. I'm like, oh shit, I'm in trouble. I can feel myself fucking in trouble. Next thing I realize is that, wait up, now I'm like a fucking rabbit. I'm trying to jump from one shaded place to another shaded place, another shaded place to another shaded place, trying to hurry up. Before you know it, my legs just really give out on my ass. So now I'm sliding down the hill, right? Like the man with no legs, just like fuck this. I'm gonna get down this fucking hill. So I finally get down the hill, right? I'm taking shortcuts, cutting through bushes. I don't give a fuck because I'm feeling like I went too far. So anyway, when I finally get to the bottom, right, I see like a table, and I land and I fall on the table, right, and it's there, and I'm like thankful, like thank God I made it, right. So anyway, I was like, yeah, I know there's a camp counselor type thing, a ranger like office. So I go over to the ranger, and the only thing I said is, can I, right? She said, stop right there, don't fucking move, right? I gotta go get you some water, right? It gives me like 5 little cold ass bottles of water like this, cold as shit. She said, drink this right now. Fuck what you saying. Let's drink this right now, right? Right. And I'm like, I drink it, right? And I'm like, and I didn't realize how sweaty it was till I did like this. And literally, it's like a week's worth of water just came off my arm, right? And she said, I need you to go in that office and sit in that office. So I go in the office. I'm already like losing it, right? Right. Guess what's in the goddamn office? So I go in the office. It's a fucking crow with one leg chained to the wall, just hopping around and shit like this, right?
A crow?
A crow.
You said a crow?
A crow. I
Was
was
it
like,
Game of Thrones?
I thought that's what I was. I was like, I'm in fucking trouble because
They domesticated a crow?
I don't know what they did. They had him chained to the wall like he was a prisoner. And it was fucking me up because I'm already dehydrated. So you kind of like loopy as shit. And then when I saw this and I'm sweaty as shit, and I sit there, she said, sit in that room right over there for like 20 minutes. Don't come out for about at least 20, 30 minutes. Just sit there. And I drink more, and she gave me some more water. And I'm sitting there, but I'm scared as shit because I'm already looped. My mind is already gone. And at the same time, I see a chained crow with one leg hopping around trying to get free. And I was like, this is some slavery time shit going on. And she told me, she said, you know, you were moments away from basically you got about to get heat stroke. Like I was that far fucking gone that I was about to get fucking heat stroke. And literally, that was the scariest fucking time that I've ever been. Because I was after that, that's why I always hike with people. That's the whole reason I hike with people, is because of that one incident when I wish somebody had said, Karima, I don't think that you shouldn't have gone this way too fucking far. You're gonna die. Especially 100 degree heat at 12 noon. What the fuck is going on?
I'm sorry, then we can't go hiking because I take risks like that, bro.
100 degree? Nah.
I'll tell you what, man. I train 100 times better in over 100 degree heat. I love it. I love just being completely drenched and entrenched in pain and misery and everything like that.
Not me. I was about to die.
He said, not me.
Something special about it. There's something special about it because it's like when you feel all that pain, it's just like I have to keep going. And then when you think about it, it's like I'm building myself a whole new self because this is so painful. So by the time I finish this, I'm gonna be tired as fuck, but I'm gonna be a whole new person.
I thought that, but also I thought, you know, you done fucked up. Like that scene, you know you done fucked up, right?
You done fucked up, Ron.
Because I'm like, I'm the most prepared person I know, but I'm like, oh shit, you know you done fucked up.
The real goes wrong.
I wanted to quit right then and there, but I was like, if I start right now, I'm gonna die on this hill, and that's the last thing I could do is be a black man that died in the forest, because y'all gonna be talking shit about me when I die. And
absolutely, because you never hear black men in the forest dying unless unless some white people are attributed to it.
My people from Baltimore, shit about me for days. So Charles, how about you? What's your second one, man? What's your second one?
My second one, man. Well, I had like two, but the second one, because you remind me of that one. Real quick, I was back in '93 with my girl, and we were out in Palm Desert, and we were at timeshare, and there was a tennis court there. So, you know, I don't know if you guys are familiar with Palm Desert, but of course it's not too far from Palm Springs, so it's pretty hot. So it's about triple digits, you know. So she played tennis, so I was just hitting the ball back and forth with her. And so she went in and called for, we called it, and got a pizza. I said, okay, well, I'm going to hang out here and wait for the pizza guy, you know. So, and if you're familiar with tennis courts, they're kind of reflective, you know. So when the sun gets down, it's hitting right back at you. So it's like, whoa. So I'm still hitting the ball and everything, just kind of chilling. And the next thing I know, the pizza man is waking me up off the ground. And he's like, "Hey man, because I've been trying to get to the gate, but I had to kind of hop over this fence, man. And I saw you laying down, and I was like, oh shit!" So they had to call the paramedics, man. And I almost stroked out right then. I was like, oh shit. So that was that one. But
which one would have been more funnier? A black dude dying in the forest or a black dude dying on a tennis court?
Tennis court would have been hella funny. but my second one is
that's what happened when black people try to do white people shit.
Exactly. I've been golfing.
No, you can't say tennis. You cannot say tennis is white people shit because we have Venus and Serena, and they have.
Back then,
that's very true.
Was 93. In
it doesn't matter.
There wasn't
coming up. They knew about it by then.
Arthur Ashe.
There was just what was that guy? McEnroe. Johnny McEnroe.
And then we had Arthur Ashe, and that was pretty much it. But the next one, it was in '99. I was out in Houston, and this is my ex-girlfriend lived. Huh?
I said, I'm glad you got this categorized. I don't remember what happened.
Well, I was thinking about it, and I was like, wow. So, and my ex-girlfriend had gotten remarried, so or married, and so I'm down there visiting from Dallas. I'm hanging out with my boys. With my boy, I say, hey man, let's roll by her crib. I know she heard her, her dude stay at the same house.
Let's roll by her crib, okay. You trying to mess up a new?
Oh, they were having problems,
bro.
Hey, wait, hold on. Hey, I'm doing a podcast. I'll meet you right back, okay?
Look at that presidential right there. Look at
Chocolate Chuck over here.
All right, yeah. All right, so
meetings up for later.
So I'm trying to get on this ass. So we roll back. Hold on. I'm breaking up. Are we there? We cool? Okay.
We good.
Okay, so we go by there, and it was her mom's house actually, and they were staying there. Mm-hmm. And so there's this big dude, outside on the porch. I said, that might be her little brother, because I haven't seen him in a long time. Mm-hmm. So I get up there, I said, I don't think that's him, no. So this dude's about 6'6". I said, damn, he kind of grew kind of a lot. So I'm like, yeah, it's I'll change your name. Is Stacy in? And he's like, nah. And my buddy was like, hey man, I think that's her husband. And I was like, oh really? I said, yeah, is Matthew in, her brother? Nah, he ain't here either, man. I said, okay, well, is Mrs. Thomas in? He's like, nah, man. He said, man, we gotta go, man. You pissing him off. It's a big dude, so right?
Too much for everybody.
But at this point, I'm pissed because I wanted some ass from her. So I said, all right, well, when she comes back, man, tell her Charles came by. So he pulls out his gun. And my buddy's like, I ain't telling her shit. He just hit the gas. And so needless to say, I didn't get no ass and almost got shot over some old ass. So
yeah, I gotta. Speaking of that, I almost got killed in my hometown like a couple times.
That's what happens when you go from Baltimore.
It's like, bro, it's like you're not a resident if it doesn't happen.
That's a rite of passage.
Like, okay, so my cousin was
by your cousin. Your cousin almost killed you, bro.
No, my cousin. I have a whole bunch of girl cousins. So they want to go down the way. Understand? Any place called down the way ain't cool. Okay, so we go down the way, right? Which is the projects of Baltimore City, right? And we go down there, and I'm like just hanging out with them and stuff like that. But they flirting with dudes and stuff like that. All of a sudden, these dudes hanging out front, right? I guess they corner boys, right? So they want to test the brother because they're like, you ain't from around here. So they start trying to test the brother. And I'm like, I ain't scared of nobody, even though it may be like 4 of y'all, but I ain't scared of y'all, right? But then all of a sudden, like my cousin was like, come on, we gotta go. The guy was pulling at his waistband. We already know what that means, right? And I'm like, literally, she was like, no, we gotta go right now. Not right later, right now. And so she got me out of there. But yeah, don't go down the way. Anybody from Baltimore knows down the way ain't no good place, okay?
Right.
So, like.
Okay. I think I got a story. So everybody knows me and water aren't the best of friends. That's why I'm constantly dehydrated because I don't always fuck with it, right? I was about 13 at the time. Family said, okay, you need to learn how to swim. I'm up for it. I say, okay, cool. I'm finally gonna learn how to swim. All right, I'm ready. I'm ready to get this arm action in, you know. So this guy was apparently a old lifeguard. Yeah. That's what I did. That's what I did.
That's why you don't know how to swim, bro.
Okay. Well, wait till you hear the story. So we all get in the pool. There's like it's a class of like seven kids. My brother's there and I'm there. We're both learning at the same time. First kid he takes up, he whispers something to the kid, and then the next thing you know, the kid's floating. I'm like, oh shit, this guy's like a magician. All right, this sounds cool. Next kid goes up, he whispers to the kid floats. I'm like, oh shit, this is easy. He's gonna whisper some magic words to us and then we're gonna be good. Got this shit in the bag. So I get up. Now, mind you, my brother goes up, same shit happens, he floats. I'm like, so confidence level, high. I get up there, he says, I'm gonna count to 3. You're gonna hold your breath, and I'm gonna release my hand, and you're gonna float. The fuck? I'm gonna hold my breath, you're gonna release your hand, and I'm gonna float? That's what you be telling everybody? All right, I'll fuck with it because this is your profession. Cool. Hold my breath. He releases his hand. What do? Go straight fucking down. Done.
Wow.
Done. All I see is my body underneath water. I'm like, this man's a fucking fraud. I fucking flail up and get up, and I look at him. I was like, it didn't work. He says, we'll try it again. All of this in a whisper. Like you really had to listen to him. It was just like, all right, fuck it. I'll try it again. He counts to 3. I take a big deep breath. He releases his hand. I go straight fucking down. I flail up again. I'm just like, nah, this ain't working. This ain't working. He says, you're not doing it right. The fuck? You didn't tell me the right thing to do. I'm holding my breath. I'm holding it. It's not working. So needless to say, every time he would do this, it wouldn't work. So then he says, we're going to go out to the middle of the pool. Bitch, I couldn't even float back there. You're going to take me out to the middle? He says, you're going to go all the way down, pick up this little toy, and go up. For what? I'm not a seal. I don't play fetch. So he says, in order to get out the pool, you have to do this. All right, cool. So he takes this little thing. He says, you have to use your eyes. The fuck am I gonna do? Just close my eyes when I'm underwater? Bro, I can't see. So he takes this little, it's like a little missile. It looks like a little missile, plastic missile, throws it down, goes all the way down to the bottom. Now, before he releases me, and he tries to release me early, and I hold on to that motherfucker. It's like, hold up, let me see it. So I hold on to his ass, and it's like, all right, cool. So I kind of like release, and then like go down. I found a little toy thing, but I didn't really make it up to the top. I get the toy, I press up, and so I'm like, maybe, I don't know how far, it seems really far. My hand is like doing this. I don't feel no air. So I finally get the bright idea, go to the side. So I finally get somehow to the side, and then I realized the walls of the pool is very smooth. So at the end of the day, I said, fuck the toy. I threw the toy and then I just climbed up, pulled myself out. I was like, all right, I'm gonna sit down. So that's my story about almost dying. And for anybody who wants to teach me how to swim, has a pool, wants me to learn, please contact me, because that shit ain't working today.
Hey, Anthony, you got one more?
I got another one where it was just like, I don't know how I didn't die. You ever get in those zones when you're driving long distance? So I used to travel back and forth from San Diego every weekend. I would, leave on, probably 24 hours and no sleep, drive down here to the valley, and then 4 o'clock in the morning before I got to be at muster at 6, drive back. And there is just one time, and it's a huge span of Oceanside, where you're just driving along the ocean. And I don't remember anything from the time I hit where Camp Pendleton was to the time I hit Oceanside.
Sure.
Like, I legit don't remember anything. The only thing I remember is because it had rained the night before. And if you're not familiar with that area, what the freeways do is it curves. The curvature of the freeway is like, obviously, like, people don't realize that the curvature is like that. It's not flat. Mm-hmm. But in San Diego, it's so much that when it rains, it starts to puddle in like the far left lane.
Yeah.
The only thing that woke me up from that days of driving I had to have been driving for at least 30 minutes, was hydroplaning.
Wow.
And catching the wheel like,
oh shit.
And I was just like,
bro, falling asleep at the wheel is no joke. Especially when you're either, nobody's ever driven under the influence. I already know this, but
of course not.
Sometimes when you're like, in those situations, it's not the best at all.
Yeah, that's my second, like, where it really hit me, like, where I pay attention. If I'm tired, I'll pull over now. But at the time, I was just traveling back and forth so much that I was just
macho. I can make it.
How did I not die though? Like, how did I not hit someone, hit something? Something.
Excellent. Yeah.
Crazy.
The last time when my brother was like that, like, they wanted to go to San Diego, and I'm like, oh, I haven't hung out with my brother's gonna look at this and gonna be like, really? I didn't know that happened. So anyway, okay, I hate going out clubbing with 4 dudes, right? I really fucking hate this because this scenario always fucking happens to me every motherfucking time. Somebody get fucking lost, right?
That's a requirement.
I get lost. I don't know why, right?
That's a requirement.
Somebody get is basically on too much thirsty with the bitches. Like he can't stop partying.
That's another requirement.
And another dude is just like, okay, cool. I'm gonna act like I'm sane enough to help you get these people back together so we can go. Anyway, we went to San Diego. As we was leaving, one of my brother's friend was like, yo, we can keep partying. I was about to drag this motherfucker. I was like, get the fuck out the car. It's time to go. I'm not staying down here. I got to fucking go. And literally, I wish they didn't do what they did because I was driving. I was like, my brother's scaring the shit out of me, right? And one of my fears is like, he gonna kill us one day, right? Driving, right? And literally, I drove and we got into the city and I fell asleep for a second, right? I fell asleep for a fucking second, right? And I woke up, right? Like I fell asleep, woke up, and then almost ran through a red light, right? And I was just like, what the fuck? Everybody else was asleep in the fucking car, right? And I was like, I was about to kill everybody, right? And it scared the shit out of me. I was like, never again will I let these motherfuckers talk me into let's go to San Diego at 10 o'clock at night. It's gonna be all good and gravy. And especially with motherfuckers that ain't got money. Don't go traveling with no motherfucker that don't have money, because motherfuckers ain't got money gonna be like, no, we can do Hercules, and get the fuck home on the same night. Like, no, we ain't 20 something no yo. Make sure if you go, I realize you hang with motherfuckers, make sure they got money so they can get hotels and shit like that, instead of be them broke motherfuckers trying to drive home and almost kill yourself. So
yep.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
What time is it? Okay.
9:23.
Okay. So anybody got one more story before we close it down?
Nah, I like this one. This is a good show.
What?
Good show.
So anyway,
that's always a good show with us and Chocolate Chuck, though.
There you go.
Shot.
It's always a good show with us.
It's a familiar show. It's a familiar show. We
right
in the vibe.
It's a good vibe.
Yeah, we can all fuck with each other.
Right.
And I just want to really like thank y'all for being like, great guests, like, I'm on autopilot over here. I'm like, okay, cool. Like, who's going to talk now? So
let's keep doing it.
So let's tell everybody how we can connect with each other, how people can connect with us, and then I'm gonna close it out. So Chocolate Chuck, you want to start us off?
Nah, his ass keep freezing.
Frozen. Okay. So tell us how people can connect with you.
Me?
Yeah, you saw with you.
All right. So, if you want to get in contact with me, hit up the man Karima. He'll get you in contact. Wings in the Sky. Look out for that.
Okay.
Donut for the dog. Wings in the Sky. Look out for that. It's a foundation to support veterans.
Okay.
So just that's going to be on the forefront. Sciatic Media is going to be doing the website. So they're the one who did the show and the show website, everything. So look out for that. All right.
And say it one more time so everybody understands to look for it.
Wingsinthesky.org. That's what it's going to be.
And Chico, how about you?
Connect with me through IG, Random Crazy Me. I'm a music teacher.
Program.
Huh?
Tell them about the program.
Yeah. I'm a music teacher leaving the profession of teaching, but I am still teaching. Going into the profession of music therapy. So contact me through IG.
And Charles, how can people connect with you?
You find me on Facebook at Charles May and on IG at Neo Soul Scribe.
Soul Scribe. Okay.
No hiking club, no wine tasting.
Hiking club, urban hiking club, urban wine club, urban wine collective, and the LA Ballad of Sexes. Facebook, all Facebook.
When's your next Ballad of the Sexes?
Man, I've been asked by 4 people this week, man. Once everything opens up, man, I'm gonna find a spot. We're gonna do this.
Do it in the park with masks.
Well, I might have an area in the valley in North Hollywood if this lady lets me use her house. It's tight. So, and it's all outside. They got a pool and outside the back. It's tight. It's got a lot of stuff, a lot of room back there. So I'm gonna hit her up. I was at a party last week in there. So.
Okay.
Oh, you partying it up. Okay. Everything's opened up. Chocolate Chuck says, yo, Chocolate Chuck. Everybody on Chocolate Chuck.
He went to a vaccine party.
You went to a vaccine party. Hey.
That'd be crazy. And they probably gonna have a lot of those too coming up for everybody too.
Chocolate Chuck is vaccinated. Everyone gets.
So let me end this show for you. Anyway, I'm your host, Karima J. Spear, aka K2. You can find my work at karimaspear.com. That's KarimaSphere.com. And also check out the new website for the show, y'all, for Karima Show and Tell. It's Karima Show and Tell.com. KarimaShowandTell.com. Thank you everyone for tuning in to another episode 85, season 5. Thank y'all. Right, the episode again. Thank y'all for tuning in, y'all. I thank you again. Y'all making this a great show. It's episode 85, so definitely check it out. Thank everyone on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, LinkedIn, and every place else. Anyway, Karima Show is a great show. Wait up, I forgot. The next episode, everybody write this down. Episode 86, July the 1st, and episode 87, July the 22nd. So again, episode 86 is July 1st, and episode 87 is July 22nd. Anyway, Karima Show is a great show, so go tell somebody. Until next time, y'all, peace.